Good morning. Good morning. So I've had a couple interesting conversations this last week, and I thought it was a pertinent enough point to bring it to your attention. What I've been noticing frequently from people is an attempt to try to speed through the process of healing. And what ends up happening is, somebody comes to see me and they want to get their health back in order. And what ends up happening is we undoubtedly have the conversation of, it didn't come here overnight. You didn't end up where you are overnight. So don't expect it to go away overnight. The reason this is important to understand is that when you're going through the process of healing, it's really easy to get discouraged. It's super easy to sit there and say, gosh, it's not working. I'm not getting any better. I should just quit. I see that a lot. Now, here's the issue. The issue is that the expectation is that it should only take me this amount of time to get better. Now, if you change your expectation, I'm not saying that you should expect it to take forever to get better, but change your expectation to be more realistic. If you're 80 pounds overweight, realistically, healthily, you should expect that if you wanted to get back to an ideal weight, you should plan on it taking you a year or two. There's nothing wrong with that. Change your expectations. I have people come in and, diabetic and overweight, and they've got all sorts of these metabolic disease processes. And I tell them, plan on this taking a year or two. It's not a rush. We're not racing. There's no race. The goal is that you consistently and continuously get better and you get healthier and you move in the right direction. And I said yesterday, it's the journey that counts when you know your destination. And so if we're moving towards that expected future, understand that the journey takes some time. And be okay with that. That's when it can be fun, like measuring your progress. Like if I say this to people all the time. If you're expecting to work out and you want to change and you want to start working out again, you're like, okay, I know I need to work out. I'm not doing it. Let's start. And I go, okay, great. Start with, if you're somebody who's not necessarily used to working out, pick one day, just one day. I want to work out every Monday morning, whatever it is. Pick one day. Now, here's why this is important. It's a psychology thing. You pick one day, you get up and you do it, you feel good about yourself because you did it. You achieved your goal one day. You can do one day. Now, if you happen to do 2 days, even better. That's a win. But if you get up and say, I'm going to work out 4 days a week, and then you only work out 2, you're upset with yourself. You're disappointed. You get down on yourself. That's not helping you. It's not helping anyone. Do you see that the end result, though, you still worked out 2 days? It's the same. It's not a race. So, as far as that goes, your expectations. I was telling somebody the other day when I got back into working out here recently, I said, because I had taken a hiatus and various personal reasons. I said, all right, I can do 2. I know I can do 2 days a week. Now, there are some times that I work out 4 or 5 days a week. But I at least got to get my 2. Because that's the goal I set. So, be very clear on your expectations, first of all. But number 2, be okay with the process. It's going to take some time, and be okay with that. And when you understand that and you're okay with that, number 1, you get better results. But number 2, you give yourself so much more grace. You're like, hey, it's a process and you're working through it. That's great. That's great. So my message today, be easier on yourself. Don't beat yourself up so hard. Grant yourself some grace. And be okay with the process. It's a process. Be okay with it and lengthen your expectations. So this is Dr. Jake. Have a great weekend. And as always, be blessed.